What if I told you there's a country where men veil their faces while women walk freely uncovered? A place where families carve homes inside caves, not for adventure, but to survive a desert that burns hotter than 120 degrees. Where life is split in two, women rule the rooftops, while men vanish into hidden tunnels below. This is Libya, a land of survival and paradox, beauty wrapped in mystery. Here, coffee is brewed as thick as wine. Tea is poured in 3 sacred rounds, and every meal begins with nothing more than 3 fingers. Get ready, because these are 15 strange and astonishing facts about Libya that will shatter everything you thought you knew about North Africa. Number 15. The country few know exists. Libya is one of the least talked about countries in North Africa, yet it's where the vast Sahara Desert meets the Mediterranean Sea. It's a land where ancient civilizations, Islamic architecture, and nomadic traditions still whisper through the sand dunes and stone ruins. Despite its strategic location, nestled between Egypt and Tunisia and just about 300 miles from Italy across the Mediterranean, Libya often flies under the global radar. It actually has the longest coastline in North Africa, stretching even farther than the entire coast of California, over 1,100 miles of unspoiled shore. Now here's what's truly staggering. Nearly 90% of Libya lies within the Sahara Desert, covering roughly 679,000 square miles. That's larger than Texas and California combined. Some parts of this desert haven't seen rain in decades. And yet, for all that space, Libya's population in 2025 is just around 7.4 million people, making it one of the most sparsely populated nations on Earth. Number 14. A breathtaking island paradise in Libya. When most people think of Libya, they imagine endless desert dunes and scorching sun. But hidden among the arid stretches of North Africa lies something truly unexpected: a pristine island paradise. Farwa Island is one of Libya's best-kept secrets. Here, turquoise waters kiss rows of mangroves, and ancient Roman ruins echo stories long lost to time. The wind carries whispers from centuries past, and if you listen closely, history speaks. Standing tall at the edge of the island is a lonely Ottoman-era lighthouse, watching over the sea like a forgotten sentinel. The scene is so serene, so cinematic, it feels like you've wandered onto the set of a dream. But Farwa isn't a tourist hub, it's a sanctuary, a refuge for those who crave purity, privacy, and nature untouched by modern chaos. Just east of Farwa lies Zwara Beach, the cultural heartland of the Amazi, Berber community. Here, the sea merges with tradition, where vibrant tribal festivals unfold right on the shoreline. The beach is soft as silk beneath your feet, and the crystal-clear waves sparkle with stories of ancient heritage. Comment 14 if one of Libya's beaches just landed on your bucket list. Number 13. The remarkable women of Libya. In North Africa, Libyan women are often likened to queens of the desert, not just for their striking beauty, but for the quiet strength and enduring spirit they carry through generations. From the coastal cities to the deep Saharan dunes, their presence is unforgettable. In Tripoli, you'll find women in flowing dresses, doctors, lawyers, journalists, balancing modern careers while honoring timeless traditions. Some wear headscarves, others do not. They live confidently in a space between modernity and heritage, a delicate balance few societies manage so gracefully. But journey deeper into Libya's southern deserts, and you'll witness something truly surprising. Tuareg men with their faces fully covered, while women go barefaced, proudly adorned with vibrant makeup and intricate jewelry. This unexpected gender role reversal often stuns Western travelers, challenging conventional norms. These desert women are known as the Eyes of the Sahara. Their deep, steady gaze and calm strength embodying resilience and beauty all at once. At traditional festivals, they wear elaborately embroidered dresses and heavy silver ornaments, transforming village squares into living tapestries of culture and art. Number 12. The pristine cave village. Just 80 kilometers south of Tripoli, nestled in the mountains, lies the town of Ghadames, a place that might seem ordinary at first glance until you realize that many families here still live in caves. This isn't a throwback to the Stone Age, it's ingenious survival in one of the world's harshest climates. In a region where summer temperatures can soar past 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees Celsius, these underground homes offer cool, insulated shelter year-round. Carved directly into the red clay hillsides, these cave dwellings may look like small doorways from the outside, but step in and you'll find entire homes with bedrooms, kitchens, storage rooms, and even private wells, all connected through narrow, hand-dug tunnels. The temperature inside stays stable regardless of the season, eliminating the need for air conditioning or heating. It's eco-friendly living at its finest, passed down for generations. Some families still use their caves for craftsmanship, like pottery making, a tradition for which Ghadames is famous. Others have converted caves into mosques or schools, forming a self-sufficient underground community. Number 11. The oldest and most unusual traditional instrument in Libya. If there's a single sound that captures the spirit of Libya, it's the haunting, high-pitched melody of the zokra. This ancient wind instrument may look simple, just a long wooden pipe with a flared mouth like an oboe, but the moment it's played, the zokra releases something extraordinary. Its raw, piercing tone echoes across deserts and villages, breathing life into centuries-old traditions with every note. It doesn't just make music, it tells stories. The zokra is sacred to Libyan culture and is only played during major life events, weddings, Ramadan festivities, or when honoring important guests. You'll often hear it alongside table drums and traditional dances, creating a rich soundscape that vibrates through town squares and desert camps alike. In the Nafusa Mountains, for instance, wedding ceremonies come alive as men perform rhythmic dances to the zokra's tune, while women clap and sing in joyful reply. What's truly fascinating is that the zokra is almost never played alone. It's usually performed in pairs, producing a signature chasing sound that feels both chaotic and beautifully synchronized. Number 10. The only city with separate pathways for men and women. About 400 miles southwest of Tripoli, tucked deep within the Sahara, lies one of Libya's most stunning and mysterious cities, Ghadames, known as the White Pearl of the Desert. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, Ghadames isn't just famous for its striking architecture and ancient origins, it's also home to one of the most unique urban designs in the world. Here, the entire city is structured with separate pathways for men and women. Yes, you heard that right. In this centuries-old oasis, men navigate through shaded alleyways on the ground level, while women move above, along rooftop walkways, staircases, and corridors that connect homes in the sky. Women only descend once they know the streets below are empty of men. It's not a written law, but a deeply respected custom designed to protect privacy, modesty, and dignity in a close-knit society. And it's been honored for hundreds of years. Number 9. The most unusual clothing culture in Libya. In Libya, traditional clothing isn't just about style, it's a statement of identity, a tool for survival, and a symbol of social harmony deeply rooted in centuries of tradition. Libyan men typically wear the shalabia, a long flowing white robe designed to reflect sunlight and keep the body cool under the intense Sahara sun. On top of this, they often add embroidered vests, with patterns that quietly signal their region, age, or status. On special occasions like weddings or Ramadan, these garments are elevated with gold stitching, not to boast wealth, but to show respect for others and for the occasion. Women, on the other hand, display a quiet elegance. They wear the farah, a long cloak that covers the entire body, paired with a headscarf called a futa or tarha. But it's not just a scarf, it's a code of meaning. In some regions, the way it's wrapped or its color can reflect marital status, life stage, or tribal identity. Number 8. The oldest handcrafted pottery heritage in Libya. In a land where water is precious and the sun scorches the earth, would you believe that pottery is still made entirely by hand, without a drop of water? Welcome to Ghadames, where one of the oldest living traditions in Libya still thrives, handcrafted pottery passed down through generations. Here, artisans shape earthenware pots using nothing but sand, clay, and their bare hands. These vessels are fired in small charcoal kilns, cooled naturally, and emerge with a signature reddish-brown hue. Beautiful, functional, and cool to the touch, even in 120-degree desert heat. But these pots aren't just for decoration. They're used to store water, olive oil, or camel milk, essential for desert living. What makes each piece even more special are the hand-carved patterns, symbols of fertility, prosperity, and peace, unique to each family, like tartans for Scottish clans. Number 7. The unique tea culture in Libya. In Libya, ordering a cup of coffee might surprise you. Ask for an espresso, and instead, you'll likely be served shahi, a tiny, dark cup of liquid so thick and rich it feels more like a coffee syrup than a drink. Ironically, shahi means tea in Arabic, but Libyans use it interchangeably to refer to this intensely brewed, stove-prepared beverage, often made without milk, sugar, or any modern twist. One sip is enough to wake you up for the entire desert morning. But in Libya, drinking isn't about caffeine or thirst, it's a ritual of connection. In the winding alleys of Tripoli or the sun-soaked rooftops of Ghadames, you'll often see men gathered, leaning against whitewashed walls, each with a warm brass cup beside them, speaking softly as steam rises in the morning air. Coffee and tea here are not hurried, they're savored, shared, and respected. Now let's talk about the real star, Libyan tea. Thick, black, and almost the consistency of honey, it's brewed over coals and poured with a smooth, foamy top, resembling a fresh pint of beer more than your typical tea. Number 6. The most powerful cultural symbol of Libya. Everywhere you go in Libya, from village doors to city taxis, you'll find one ancient symbol watching over it all, a hand with 5 outstretched fingers and a blue eye in the center. This is the Khamsa, also known as the Hand of Fatima, one of the oldest and most enduring cultural symbols in Libyan life. It's a charm of protection, of blessing, and of peace. Khamsa decorates walls, doorways, keychains, necklaces, bracelets, baby cribs, and even rearview mirrors. In Libyan homes, it's not just decor, it's a guardian, silently shielding families from envy, misfortune, and the evil eye. The hand's 5 fingers also represent the 5 pillars of Islam, giving it deep religious meaning. But what makes the Khamsa even more remarkable is its universal embrace. Even Christian Libyans and those who aren't religious wear or display the symbol, not out of doctrine, but out of deep cultural respect. Number 5. Life in Tripoli, the Paris of North Africa. Welcome to Tripoli, the heart of Libya, and a city often dubbed the Paris of North Africa. But this nickname isn't just about architecture, it's about soul. Set on the shimmering Mediterranean coast, Tripoli blends traditional Arab charm with European elegance. Stroll beyond the ancient Medina, and you'll find yourself in a labyrinth of narrow, stone-paved alleys where the scent of freshly ground coffee, spicy herbs, and baking bread dances through the air, transporting you to another era. On grand boulevards like Sharia al-Jamhuriya, traffic hums quietly. Life here isn't rushed, it flows. Locals gather at street-side tea shops, sipping mint tea or nibbling on sweet dates. Stalls overflow with handcrafted pottery, woven baskets, and desert spices, turning the sidewalks into living galleries. But beneath the surface lies another story. Hidden under Tripoli's streets are the forgotten wine cellars from the Italian colonial era, now sealed but whispered about by locals. These underground chambers remain a secret legacy of a layered past. Number 4. A green paradise amidst the world's largest desert. You probably think of Libya as endless sand. But what if we told you it hides a green, watery paradise in the heart of the Sahara? Welcome to the Ubari Lakes, a cluster of deep blue oases surrounded by golden dunes so breathtaking they seem painted by hand. Here, palm trees sway over saltwater lagoons like Gaborone Lake, which once served as a vital caravan stop on ancient trans-Saharan trade routes. You can swim in the desert, float under the scorching sun, and feel the surreal beauty of life blooming in lifelessness. But Libya's natural marvels don't stop there. For lovers of ancient civilizations, Leptis Magna is one of the best-preserved Roman cities outside Italy. Roam freely through 2,000-year-old columns, bathhouses, and amphitheaters, all without the crowds of Rome. Nearby, the Arch of Marcus Aurelius still stands tall, like a gateway between worlds. Number 3. The country with the most distinctive festivals in North Africa. If you think festivals are only about fireworks and parades, Libya might just redefine celebration for you. In this North African land, tradition meets magic through a series of rare and culturally rich festivals unlike anything else in the region. Start with the Amazigh New Year, known as Yanayr, celebrated each January in the Zouara and Nafusa mountains. Families gather around open fires, while children have the Hamza symbol painted on their foreheads to ward off bad luck. You'll hear the rhythmic beat of clay drums as elders chant and dance, blessing the land and calling for a fruitful harvest, celebrated the same way for thousands of years. Head southwest and you'll find the Ghat Festival nestled at the base of the Caucasus Mountains, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, the Tuareg people put on a dazzling 3-day cultural celebration each winter. The desert comes alive with camel races, tribal music, and twirling dancers in indigo robes. Artisans display leatherwork, jewelry, and ancient crafts, turning the oasis into a living museum. Number 2. The cost of living in Libya. Surprisingly affordable. Think living in North Africa is expensive? Think again. Libya offers one of the most affordable lifestyles in the Mediterranean region without sacrificing comfort or culture. In the capital Tripoli, you can rent a fully furnished one-bedroom apartment in the city center for as low as $300 to $450 USD. That's nearly 80% cheaper than in most major cities in the US or Europe. Prefer something quieter? Suburban rentals can drop to just $180 to $250 a month. Utilities, including electricity, water, and decent internet, rarely exceed $35 monthly. With 10 Mbps speeds, online work and video calls are no issue. Want to eat out? A traditional Libyan meal will cost you only $2 to $6. Cooking at home? A monthly grocery bill can comfortably stay between $100 to $150. Number 1. A traditional meal rich in African flavor. Libyan cuisine is more than food. It's a ritual of community, flavor, and time-honored tradition. Start your morning in Tripoli's Old Medina, where the aroma of strong black coffee drifts through stone alleys. Served in tiny handleless cups, Libyan coffee is unsweetened and intense, often paired with spiced dates or almonds. Locals sip slowly, immersed in long, thoughtful conversations. Travel east to Benghazi, and you'll find the bustling seaside fish market, a paradise for food lovers. Here, try harami, a whole fish stew simmered in tomato, dill, and chili. It's served with round flatbread, best enjoyed with a cup of thick, bittersweet Libyan tea. In the Amazigh mountain villages, bread is sacred. Khubz, a flatbread baked on hot stones, is drizzled with olive oil and sprinkled with herbs like dill or thyme. Simple but deeply flavorful. Of course, no Libyan feast is complete without couscous, steamed over lamb and seasonal vegetables served on a giant shared platter.